my name's Rosie and welcome to my channel. Today we're starting with makeup on, but I am testing out some new makeup product. In today's video we are going to be testing out the new Ordinary concealers, which is super exciting. These are so affordable, but on top of that I did pick up a couple of their foundations as well, one of each of their foundations. So yeah, we're going to be testing that out, see how that goes, because I've never used any of their makeup products, so I thought why not go all out and try it, and also see how they work with their own products as well. I always find that quite interesting. Okay, so this new concealer comes in quite a few different shades. When I first had a look at the shades I was getting a little bit confused, but basically I did a little bit of research and it's split into some categories. So you have 1 to 4, which is split into your light as 1, medium 2, dark 3, and then deep dark 4. But then after that it has a point and then another number. The second numbers I believe range from 1 to 3, and that will indicate the depthness within the category that you're going for. So if 1.0 would be really light, whereas 1.3 would be on the deepest side of the light shades. I hope that makes sense. It's then followed with a letter which will indicate the undertones, so P for pink, R for reds, Y for yellow, N for neutral. Another thing I would say about the shade ranges on these is it wasn't very clear on the website. Like, one picture made it look quite dark, another picture they had made it look quite light. So I took my chances and I picked 2 up. So the first one I got in 1.2N, which is light neutral, and the second one I got is 2.0N, light medium neutral. I think because these are on a lower price range, you can maybe try a few different ones out. That's what I did anyway. I thought, as it's under £5, it's not going to be the end of the world if I buy one and it's not the exact right shade, because I can mix them in with other things. I love mixing makeup to make it a better shade range, but also if you need that coverage maybe under your concealer, but you're putting a different colour concealer over, foundation over the top, it's not always the end of the world. I hope that makes sense as well. I hope everything I'm saying makes sense. On top of that, I went for a couple of their foundations. As I said, these aren't new, but they are new to me, so I thought it'd be interesting to try. Beauty Bay was not on top of their game in terms of their colours that they had left. They were out of stock of quite a few. The foundation is also an absolute steal at £5.75, so really bloody cheap. So I went for the coverage foundation, which is supposed to be a high coverage foundation formula. I got that in 1.2 YG, so that's a yellow undertone with golden highlights, because that's the only colour they had left that was anywhere near my shade. The rest were pink or red undertones, which in the light category that just wasn't going to work for me. So on top of that, I also got the serum version. So this is the light coverage serum foundation. This is in 2.0N, which is light medium neutral, so I thought that will be better for me. So let's just get into it, shall we? I got a couple of bits from Beauty Bay. Shall I show you as we're here? It's not loads. I got one of their new powder blushes. I already own one. What colour do I already have it in? So I already have Blossom, which is this beautiful pink shimmer. I love a shimmery blush. But I was really impressed with their formula, and this one caught my eye. And because I like the formula and I'm greedy, I thought I'd get another one, and this is in the shade Peachy. And look how pretty that is. So we'll use that today, why not? I think that's super cute. I then got the Marshmallow Primer from NYX. Don't know what really just drew me into this, but I had some really good reviews on it. Had 2 different size options, so I got the smaller one. That's what it's coming out like, so we'll use that today as well. I then got a Revolution Pro Concealer. This contains hyaluronic acid, collagen, all the good things that we need. Yeah, we won't obviously use that one today because we've got a concealer to use, but I'm properly on the hunt at the minute for a concealer, because my skin, I've really noticed it recently, it's changed. 1, I now get acne. 2, all my wrinkles and my lines. I can't wear makeup like I used to, and it's a really hard habit to break, isn't it? Like how you do your makeup and sort of what products you go for, in terms of I normally go for thick cakey products, and now my eyes are like the lines under my eyes. I'm not loving it. Anyway, then I got the Ordinary. Now, I've never tried their foundation. or their concealer. And when I saw they had a new concealer come out, I thought, well, let's give it all a go. Let's prime my face. This is what the texture's like. It's thick and white and creamy. It smells so nice. It's probably too perfumed, but I love it. So my skin is doing better than it has been, but it's still not there. We still aren't into the best place that we could be with it, but it is better than it has been. So, and as you might see, I have fake tanned last night and I haven't washed it off yet, so it's looking really dark. This might be a little bit of a problem with the colour matching, because I used to always buy my foundations around my fake tan, because I used to fake tan all the time, so I would always have a fake tan on, so I used to always buy darker foundations. And in the last year, obviously where we've been locked down, I haven't been fake tanning as much. I've been buying my foundations in a lighter shade, so my more natural shade. So these foundations that I picked up, I think are going to be my more natural shade, but we'll have a look and see. We'll see what we can do. So ideally I'd like to maybe go for a fuller coverage, but that one's going to be a lot lighter. So this is a full coverage one. Definitely too light. I mean, they look pretty much the same, don't they? Oh, I guess not. This one's darker. We'll have to go for the slightly darker one and see, but this one is a lightweight serum foundation. Oh, it sounds really liquidy. Oh, so it does say, oh wait, which one are we on? Oh no, serum. So it says a serum texture natural coverage foundation that softens undesirable hues and visibly reduces imperfections. Okay, we'll use it, and it might be a good test for the concealer to see what we can cover up. I do usually like to put concealer on my spots first. Let's have a look at the concealers. I'm so backwards, aren't I, when I do these videos. This is what the packaging of the concealer looks like. It's a bit of one of those annoying bottles, which is like a funnely one. One word of advice, I bought these off Beauty Bay, as I said, and the descriptions of the concealer, the pictures, I would say, were not necessarily matching up to what they are in real life, because this one looks much darker. So keep that in mind, read the descriptions rather than looking at the pictures. I've got a dampen beauty blender, so it's really shearing that out, which is fine because we like to build up. This one is supposed to be for the light to medium skin tone in neutral. That's what the first layer of the concealer as a foundation, because that's how I tend to wear them, looks like. Let's go for this serum foundation and see what we're seeing. Oh my god, that is like water. That is so liquidy. We're going to have to really darken up the face with bronzer. I'm going to be doing a wear test on this as well, because I've got some chores to be doing today. Okay, that's not bad. It is a sort of more of a natural coverage, but I'm just going to be around the house today, so what if my spots are poking through ever so slightly? We can't expect it to do something that it's not supposed to do. I just can't believe how liquidy it is. It's like water. It really is very, very liquidy. It feels nice on the skin, really, really lightweight. Considering this is neutral, it is very on the yellow side. So also keep that in mind as well if you haven't used this foundation before. Okay, considering it is a medium, well, a light coverage, I don't think that's done too badly. And it feels really, really nice. I'm going to leave that to settle for a minute, and I'm going to try and build it up with another layer, just because this is me and it's what I do. Look at the difference of the colour on my neck. Let's shear that out a bit. It's like very wet looking, like it's not, it doesn't seem to be drying down. Let's see if we can build up the layers. Show you how like liquid it is. It's literally like water. Because I'm not going to put any more on my forehead, but just to see if we can do anything around where I get the acne before we go in with the concealer again. So I've used the Ordinary face products before. I've used quite a few of their serums, their moisturiser. They're all really nice, but I'd never tried any of their makeup products. So, and I wanted to, I just never went for it. And so when they brought this concealer out, I thought, well, I'd definitely like to try it. So why not try the foundation at the same time? Because they are so affordable. Just going to take the flat end that looks clean on my brush and just go over my forehead a little bit. Okay, so considering that is more of a sheerer foundation, I think that's covered up really well. Let's go with the concealer. So let's try the 1.2N under the eyes. So that is really light. I'm gonna build it up rather than go in with loads, because like I said, I've really been having those problems with my under eyes recently. I feel like on top of that other foundation, it's just everything's really slippery, but that's a nice bright colour. Just taking a little bit on my blender this time rather than my finger. So it does brighten it nicely. It feels like nice and lightweight, like it doesn't feel cakey at all. Like none of my face does, considering I've got quite a few layers on. So I've taken the lids off both of them, and the lids are the ones that tell you what colour which one is. So bit of a mistake there on my part. We'll work it out. I'm pretty sure this is still the lighter one. Just brighten up a few areas on the face. Okay, so this is it all on, and I'm pretty impressed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, watch a few videos of, I think 2 videos of people that have tried this concealer out, and they've all said that it feels like really thick and heavy, and I personally don't agree with that. Like, I've definitely tried thicker, heavier concealers before. It is on the fuller coverage side, but I personally like that. But it doesn't feel cakey, and it's not irritating my eyes in any way. It's not stinging my eyes, unlike a couple that I have had. I feel like it's gone really nicely over that primer that we've just tried out. The foundation as well has also gone over really nicely over that primer. I'm actually not mad at how right now my skin is looking. Let's see how some other products go over the top of it. I'm going to see how my Huda Tantor goes on over the top. That's gone on really nice. Like, it hasn't lifted the product up at all. Like, it's blended in really, really nice. I'm just going to build it up a little more on this side. Oh my god, I really like how my skin's looking right now. It's looking so pretty. I'm happy with that. Right, well, let's go all out then. I know we said we've got the other new blush to try, but I want to try some of this cream blush, which is in a different colour to the other one. But let's give it a go. Because I've only tried this once and not very successfully. I'm actually going to put it on the back of my hand. Look at that beauty. That colour is just so pretty to me. And I'm going to get a clean little blush brush, dip it in. Oh my god. This is where I could ruin everything. Oh my god, I've used too much. Oh my god, I look like I've been slapped in the face, but luckily for us, I enjoy a lot of blush. And I'm going to powder over the top, so let's see what we can do with that. Fucking hell. Okay, you really only do need a little bit of that stuff I've still got loads left on my hand. Like I don't think I used that much, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm just gonna take the clean part of my sponge over that. Just try and merge it all in a little bit, because that is, I mean, I'm looking red. Red, but I actually also really like it. That is all gone on together really nicely, I think. Like, if I wasn't so oily, I would love to just leave it like this, bit of mascara on my brows. But I don't think that's an option for me, because within an hour it will have melted off. I might try not full on not actually having powder. I just don't believe that I can do it, but maybe just a really light dust in. As we've used a bit of Huda, let's take the Huda powder in pound cake. And I just want to, I think I'm just going to set like the, well, I'm going to set everywhere, but really lightly. Like, I'm not going to do it like I usually do. I'm going to take Fenty in Private Island. I love this bronzer. Like, it's so loved. It was in my 2020 favourites, so I really like it. And I want to be really light with it. I'm quite liking this glowy look that I've got going on, but because my tan is so dark, I need to warm up the rest of my face. Cool, so this is my base and I'm really loving it. I think it's looking really nice. All the products have like merged well together. It's all sitting really nicely on top of each other. I'm getting a little bit of cakiness on my nose, around my nose here, but so far not bad. I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, but I am going to do a wear test on this. So it's currently now 2 o'clock. I am starting very late in the day, but I am going to be properly wearing this today. I am going to be sorting out all my makeup area, which is an absolute shithole. So, and I'm going to film it as well so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to be sweating through this, so it'll be interesting to see how this survives. So I'm going to go and finish it now and I'll check back in with you later. Okay, I finished the rest of my face with a pink theme. The foundation has had half an hour or so to settle in and it's cracked. Yeah, it's such a shame because I really liked it before, but it's like as time's gone on, like my acne is starting to come out more, so for some reason it's worn off of there already. I'm just gonna get closer. I don't know if you can see, but like usually these lines on my forehead here aren't usually that visible. Like my makeup never actually usually seeps into those, and that has happened. And then around here, like it's really seeped into my lines there. It's disappointing. It's also like gathered up around my nose a bit, but that's fine, we can deal. When my mouth does that, yeah, that's really showing up. It's making me look really old. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Not a lot I can do, but that's what's happening already. I'm just going to take a little bit of Laura Mercier. I'm just going to try and do anything to help it out. Just a little bit on the bottom of my sponge. Tap that off. I do only want a little bit, and just see if that will help it stay at all. I didn't really put any powder at all on my forehead, so maybe, because I do usually cake myself in powder, so maybe that's why that's done that. Maybe a combination of the two things, but anyway, I obviously want to give it the best possible chance, so yeah, I'll just try to sort that out and hope that that's my mistake, not the foundation's mistake as such. So this is what I look like. I don't know how I feel about it really. It's alright. I'm only going to be at home, not the end of the world. So the time is now, after doing all that, yeah, 25 to 3. So half an hour to do the rest of my face. So I'm gonna get on with some bits and I'm gonna leave it on as late as possible. Let's see if we can get to like 10, 11 at least before I take it off. So I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Ciao. Mwah. Okay, I'm back and it is now 20 past midnight. So I think I've done pretty well in how long I've kept it on for. What's that, like 10 hours? Anyway, let's have a close look. I haven't touched up anything at all. I haven't powdered. I haven't even really looked at my face, to be honest. I've been busy. What have I been doing? I sorted out all my makeup area. I filmed that. I've eaten. I've drank. Only teas though, you'll be proud to know. No alcohol tonight. Yeah, and I'm desperate to go and clean my face and have a bath, which I'm going to do now. So let's have a look. So okie dokie. Well, it's not I look really old. Okay, where to start? Right. It is really like sunk into lines, which I didn't even know I had. So for some reason here, it's really sunk in here, and that happened really quickly, like after half an hour or so. Around my eyes, we're not looking the finest I've ever looked around there. I look like I've got some kind of moustache going on here as well. It's gone quite broken up and gross around the nose. My spots are really starting to come through as well, and I'm looking pretty oily, aren't I? However, that being said, I think the concealer is really nice. I am looking a bit crepey around my eyes, but I do think that's in with a mix of the foundation as well. So I would like to try this concealer out more. I'd like to try it with the other foundation and some of my other foundations as well. I would also like to try this foundation out mixed with others. A couple of people have said that that works really well, but I always love mixing foundations as well. Like, I always really enjoy doing that. But it is still on. I'm sure if I like wore this out and repowdered, it would be fine. From a distance, it's not looking as bad as it does when it's up close, obviously. So it's not the worst foundation I've ever tried for the price. £5, just over £5. I'm absolutely not complaining at all. It feels comfortable. It feels light. I haven't felt like I've had like loads of stuff over my face throughout the day. I haven't felt like it was caking up over the day. It hasn't felt uncomfortable at all. So that's something really, really positive there. And the concealer the same. I'm excited to try both products out more, but definitely the concealer. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I would really love to hear. I hope this video was of some use to you as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know if there's anything else you would like me to do. I'm always looking for new video ideas, so I always appreciate anything that you guys can come up with. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely day or evening, wherever you may be. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.